I'm Ethan Kemeny.
And I'm Marissa Donovan, and today we're doing the specific heat of a metal lab. The first thing to remember is make sure safety first. Use your safety glasses,
And lab coats and or aprons.
Yeah, that's a big thing because there's going to be hot water and you don't want it splashing on you because it'll hurt. So the first thing you're going to do is use this handy dandy thing. Consider it your Bible because it is for today. Use the 400 milliliter beaker, and you have to have it 3/4 of the way full of tap water. So you fill it 3/4 of the way full of tap water. Approximately. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then you place it on the hot plate, and then you turn on the hot plate. Because if you place it on a plate that's already hot, then it could shatter the beaker and ruin the experiment. You want to first start out by finding the mass of the metal samples. Today I'm just going to show you the zinc. So what you want to do is you want to turn on your electronic balance. You want to zero it out. Okay, it's zeroed out already. So you place the zinc on the balance, and you see it reads 70.13 approximately grams, and you want to put that on write that in your lab. Put it on your data table. Next, you want to make a loop. Instead of using copper wire, we're using pipe cleaner. It works a lot better. So you're going to take your pipe cleaner, making a loop with the pipe cleaner, and you're putting this in the boiling water, but we have to wait for this to boil. So going to boil. Next, you have to place your zinc, once your water starts boiling, into the water and make sure it's fully submerged. You want to make sure that it's not touching the sides, and you want to leave it there for about 5 minutes so it can come to temperature. Once it has come to temperature, about 5 minutes later, you place the stirring rod in here. Make sure it doesn't touch the metal or the side of the beaker, and you measure the temperature of the water. Since the water and the metal should have come to chemical equilibrium by now, the water and the metal should be the same temperature. I'm reading 100.2 degrees Celsius. And you record that as the initial temp of the water. 100.2 is the initial temperature of the water. Next, you take your forceps. Next, you take your forceps, and you carefully take the metal, place it in your calorimeter, and place it against the side. You put the lid on your calorimeter, and then you take your temperature thermometer and you put it in here.
Make sure not to hit the metal.
Make sure not to hit the metal. You measure the temperature of the water, and the highest temperature that the water reaches is going to be the final temperature of the metal in the water.
And you probably want to keep your beaker water boiling to speed along.
Yeah, keep the beaker water boiling to speed up for when you have to do your other metals. So this looks like it's stopping around 26.1 degrees Celsius. So you're going to record that in your data table.
Write that down.
Under final temp of water and metal. So 26.1 degrees Celsius. And then to clean up, once you're done with all of the metals, to clean up you want to the metal will be really hot, so you want to take it out.
Carefully.
Make sure it's careful. You put the metal on your lab bench, and you just pour out the water in the sink.
And turn off the hot plate.
And make sure this is the most crucial part, is to turn off the hot plate and let your beaker cool to a temperature that you can handle it. Because if you don't let the beaker cool, then you're going to burn yourself, drop the beaker, break the beaker, and your instructor will not be very happy about that. So, and then just for any other specific cleanup instructions, ask your teacher. So make sure that when you're done, you use the data that you got from your lab, and you make sure to answer all of the post-lab calculations and questions that are given to you by your instructor.
That's it.
That's how you find a specific heat of a metal.